Hello, my name is Lucas Shevelin. For this project, it was required of us to convert the diesel-powered LCV6 light tower made by Doosan into a solar and shore-powered light tower. This would allow us to run all 4 lights at a time with the option to only run fewer lights for a longer duration of time. The greener option allows for less maintenance while also reducing our carbon footprint. The final prototype can be seen in the picture to the right.
I'm Joshua Reynolds. The objective of the deployment system is to get the solar panels from a stored position on the unit to a deployed position where they can collect sunlight and power the battery. This is done with a large boom and a series of pivot points that lift and pivot the solar panels into the deployed position that's most favorable for collecting sunlight.
Haydar Al-Hawaj. In this slide you can see the electrical components. The picture on the left shows the electrical components connected inside the enclosure. The pictures on the right shows the main electrical components. The 48 volt and 100 amps per hour lithium deep cycle battery that powers the light. The inverter that converts the DC power from the battery to AC. The battery charger that takes power from the grid to charge the battery and power the lights at the same time. And finally, the solar charge controller that gathers energy from the solar panels and stores it in the battery.
Justin Andrukanic. The main requirements for this project were very simple. The unit must weigh less than 3,000 pounds and be less than 13 feet 6 inches high. No problem there. We actually removed some of the weight. It's estimated to be 1,405 pounds and the height remained the same. The unit must also have operated on grid power with temperatures up to 104 degrees. All components selected are rated to well over 104 degrees, and this picture shows here that the grid power is used in running. The unit must have also deploy with 1 to 2 people and charge the battery from the solar panels. The solar panels here in this picture are deployed and charging from the sun.
Throughout the process of designing and constructing the light tower, we were continually learning and discovering things that we might do differently if we were to do it again. One of the biggest things we learned was that deployment of the solar panels becomes drastically easier as the amount of movement required to deploy them decreases. Most importantly, we learned that almost all issues we encounter can be mitigated by thinking through the problem and educating ourselves on the issue we are facing.
So just to summarize everything in this presentation, we've gone over the background. Obviously, essentially, this project was to convert the diesel power to solar power and give power to those light towers through that solar energy. Essentially, that solar panel is charging the battery. We've, of course, gone through the testing and it successfully charges the battery. We've faced those challenges along the way, but essentially, I've overcome those challenges.